It's my birthday. It's my treat. My present to myself is to enjoy your company. Would you like to come?
Damn, my present to myself would be to enjoy your company. Oh, that's risk. I can't even lie to you. I cannot lie to you.
Rizzy?
And if that doesn't work the first time, then I'll try it again on a prettier girl. And I'll keep aiming for prettier girls until somebody says yes. Because they don't know they're pretty. Everybody fucking has a personal opinion of how pretty he is, right?
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. See, this is what I meant when I was talking about this. Like, probably doesn't have an issue getting.
Well, she called the cops on me.
What?
Whoever this dude in Africa was, if he'd have been fortunate, his ancestors would have been enslaved hundreds of years ago, and he would have grown up in the United States, and he would have been in the land of opportunity, and he could have been a rapper or a basketball player.
Bruh.
It's a real shame.
Bruh.
Why? Why are you saying this? Ian.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Pseudologic. Before the video starts, I kind of wanted to say a few things. Firstly, it seems people have enjoyed these past couple videos, which, as much as I would like to take credit, I think we have to give that honor to Ian. Secondly, it's important to know that we do recognize that Ian is very troubled. I myself have gone back and forth on whether or not I should allow myself to feel bad for him. Ultimately, I think I really do. I think after consuming as much Ian Foote content as I have, I do genuinely feel bad for him. But there's a lot of things that he omits. I definitely believe he lives in a world of his own design. So as far as that's concerned, I can only extend so much sympathy for him. I do think it's important that you guys know that we do recognize bro needs help. As of April 9th, he hasn't uploaded in a day. I want to say it's a good thing, but we don't know considering the nature of this man. Lastly, I kind of crashed out, but ultimately my points kind of remain valid, and I'm going to reiterate them here. I'm just going to leave out name, whatever, and just talk about the comment itself. So I don't really have a problem with schizo or skits being a buzzword. Where my issue kind of comes in is people calling people schizophrenic in confidence when they ultimately don't know what schizophrenia looks like. I personally do, because I live with someone who has schizophrenia, or they're schizoaffective, which I don't know which one's worse, but you kind of get to understand how those people work. And as far as Ian's concerned, he does not exhibit schizophrenic traits. So I do feel like, as a buzzword is concerned, whatever, but I think people really need to stop saying people are whatever disorder, disability, in confidence when they simply don't even know what it looks like, and they simply don't know what they're talking about. But that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I know I just said on with the video, but I want to add another disclaimer. Unfortunately, about 20 minutes of content was deleted. This isn't really a big deal, but I just think we had some funny reactions that unfortunately you guys won't be privy to, because as hard as I tried, I could not cover that footage at all. I made a mistake without getting into it. We'll just chalk it up. I'm an idiot. We won't talk about it. Yeah, there's about 20 minutes of footage that I thought was pretty funny. It's gone now. So instead of playing that footage, I'll just be playing the videos that Ian made in its place.
Women stand up to me. They're defiant. They're careful, they're calculating, they're cold, they play it cool. They make absolutely certain that I can't control them or dominate them or lead them. They stand up to me. They defy me. They openly defy me in a way that is humiliating. They regularly, openly show contempt for me. And I can't control them. I can't dominate them. I can't lead them. I'm not a winner anymore. I'm not a winner anymore. I can't even get women to treat me with respect. I can't even get my fucking family to treat me with respect. They don't trust me. I can't dominate them. I can't lead them. They won't submit to me. They're defiant and contemptuous, and they treat me like a fucking beta male, and they treat me with contempt, and they're very careful to make sure that they hold all the power in our relationships, and that I have absolutely no control or power or influence or knowledge or anything, and I'm a loser. I'm a loser. And I'm gonna remain a loser for the rest of my fucking life. And I know it. I should be getting what I estimate, best guess, $80,000 from the government sometime early next year as compensation for the torture I experienced while arrested and waiting trial. I was thrown into solitary confinement and left there to rot for more than 2 months. And then I went in front of the judge and he let me go. And then I'm part of a class action lawsuit against the government, and I expect to get approximately $80,000. But I don't know, I can't plan until I have that number locked in. I can daydream and brainstorm, but it would be foolish to make plans that I become emotionally attached to and start making a foundation out of, and then find out that my estimate was wildly inaccurate. That would be debilitating. So I have to be very cautious not to do it. So I have to go into this with a whole bunch of ideas and no plan until I have concrete information about how much money I'm going to get. And that's dangerous. So my plan is for 30 days, focus on my health and wellness. Go see a dentist, go see an optometrist, go see a chiropractor. Instead of being tempted to go and drink whiskey and snort cocaine and sleep with sluts and strippers and whores, because I've been so fucking lonely and now I've got cash and I'm flush. Instead of doing that, we'll go see a chiropractor, we'll go see a massage therapist, work on my body, get myself healthy. If I have a fucking nice looking massage therapist and I have an entirely appropriate relationship with her, but she's spending an hour giving me a massage once a week for the first month, then that's the kind of thing that'll keep me from going all crazy and wasting my money pursuing fucking nasty relationships with dirty women. We'll focus on exercise and eating healthy, things like that. Just spend the first 30 days not going off half-cocked, sitting on the money, and while I'm working on my health and wellness and getting my body in order and getting my mind in order, I'll spend that time making the plan for what I'll do. And then after that 30 days is finished, then I'll know what I'm going to do. I'll take all of my ideas that have built up over all this time waiting, and I'll form them into a crystallized plan and go hard.
Oh, we gotta keep going before I start playing cyberpunk music.
Your company.
Oh, speaking of.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
Rule 34.
There you go.
That's Ian, bro. Oh my God, it's Ian.
Yeah.
It all makes
Bro.
fucking sense now.
Yo, bro.
Damn, bro.
That nigga said, oh. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga was like 105 videos talking about how much he hates Arasaka, dude.
It's my treat. My present to myself is to enjoy your company. Would you like to come?
Damn, my present to myself would be to enjoy your company. Oh, that's Riz, nigga. I can't even lie to you. I cannot lie to you.
Rizzy?
Bro, if I was a girl and a nigga said that shit to me, bro, I'm probably letting that nigga hit. I'm not even gonna lie. If a motherfucker said, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Actually write that down. On your birthday, use this line. Use this line on your birthday. I guarantee you it will work.
Your company. Would you like to come? And if that doesn't work the first time, then I'll try it again on a prettier girl. And I'll keep aiming for prettier girls until somebody says yes. Because they don't know they're pretty. Everybody fucking has a personal opinion about what pretty is, right?
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. See, this is what I meant when I was talking about this nigga, like, probably doesn't have an issue getting pussy. Because, like, he, like, unironically, he seems to just have an understanding of, like, how to get pussy. You know what I mean? Like, he knows how to tell these bitches what they want to hear until he wants to tell them that that they shouldn't be independent. You know, that's where he draws the line. Is I'm enjoying your company until you become independent. You know, until you tell me that you're not gonna live your life looking for a husband to be crafty for while he goes and works the rest of his fucking day, and you just stay home doing fuck all. Like, yeah.
Well, she called the cops on me.
I'm
What?
saying.
Is, right?
Yo. I can't even lie, dude. He actually never fails to just throw you a fucking curveball in the middle of a fucking sentence, dude. In the like, he just comes out of nowhere.
That build-up was like...
Beautiful.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. He literally goes from yeah, I'll try to rizz up these chicks. She called the police on me. Like, actually, there wasn't even a transition word. Like, he just said that.
Fucking has a personal opinion about what pretty is, right? Well, she called the cops on me, and they showed up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Bruh, another pattern. He'll, like, tell a story like, here's something I want to do, and then he'll reveal, like, it's something that he fucking did. Like, bro, like, what do you...
It's like he says that hypothetical, and then it's like, actually, this hypothetical actually happens.
He's like, I would walk up to a girl. Oh, wait, is that what he meant? I would, as in past tense? Like, I would do this in the past is what he meant?
So.
To myself is to enjoy your company. Would you like to come? And if that doesn't work the first time, then I'll try it again.
If that doesn't work the first time, I will try it again.
On a prettier girl. And I'll keep aiming for prettier girls until somebody says yes. Because they don't know they're pretty. Everybody fucking has a personal opinion about what pretty is, right?
Well, she called the cops on me.
Well, she called the cops on me.
What?
And they showed
What?
up at 2 o'clock in the morning on my birthday. And they arrested me and they put me in handcuffs. And while I was in handcuffs,
Oh, bro's yoked.
fucking threw me around and roughed me up and smashed my fucking head into the fucking back of the car. And fucking tore my rotator cuff up.
Bruh.
Let's see Johnny Silverhand.
So I spent my birthday in jail with a torn rotator cuff. And I lost my job.
See, that's the cutoff where the Cyberpunk timeline happened. He got his rotator cuff fucked up, and then the actual Johnny Silverhand went to go get a new arm. Whereas Ian, he just kept that shit.
And I didn't get to go have dinner with a pretty girl.
Holy shit. Multiverse.
And
Dude, he actually tells story with like just fuck all context. He literally went from saying, "Here's what I would do," to saying, and he just jumps to another scenario in the head. Well, she fucking called the cops on me, and they came and threw me around. Like, bro, what? Like, what do you do? Like, you have to be doing something. Like, who called the cops on you? Who is she? Like, what?
there were there's more to the story in between, but long
Of
story
course there
short,
is.
I'm in jail.
Yeah, at least he acknowledges it. That's the first time he's ever said, like, yo, I'm leaving shit out. But, like, at least it's something that he knows when he obscures details, massive details from these stories,
Waiting for trial.
That's nothing gets past us, Ian.
I can't shave. I can't touch my chin. I can't touch my nose. My rotator cuff's torn. I'm fucking really severely injured. And I'm in a place where there's nobody gonna give me no fucking medical attention. I ain't getting no fucking top-notch fucking first world country fucking Medicare for all type of treatment. If I don't fucking take care of my body, I'm gonna fucking end up disabled. And I did. When I started, I was doing push-ups like a girl. And when I say push-ups like a girl, what I mean is my knees were touching the ground. And I was doing push-ups with my knees on the ground. And truth be told, my good arm was doing all the work. And my bad arm was screaming in pain from going through the motions.
That's what physical therapy is for.
But I kept going.
Yeah.
Until eventually it became easy. And then I went back up and I did proper push-ups like a man with my fucking feet touching the ground. My knees not down.
Yeah.
This is like a fish coming out of the primordial soup he's talking about right now.
And I just kept running with it. I just kept going with it. Why would I stop? By the time that I got out of that place, I was doing 1,000 push-ups a day.
Okay. Okay. That is probably the most outrageous claim he's just made so far.
Oh my god.
Bruh, you'd think he'd be fucking Saitama by now. What the fuck?
Bring me for it.
Yeah, we're like, what?
He's actually just lying.
Yeah, that is just on the list of things that never fucking happened. Just like probably I mean, I can imagine that once he was arrested, he probably threw himself around. I imagine that might have been, I'm not gonna give any cops any credence, but we're talking about Ian Foote here. I might be possible he tore his own rotator cuff by flailing around, but we'll see. Well,
A dipshit, yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I was doing 10 sets of 100 push-ups spread throughout the hours between when I woke up in the morning and when I went to sleep at night. So during a 16-hour time, I did 1,000 push-ups, 10 sets of 100.
What?
I did 1,000 push-ups, 10 sets of 100.
Let's ask the fucking fitness guy.
I don't
Is
have
that even
people.
fucking possible?
Oh, it's
Within the
possible.
day?
It's possible. 1,000 push-ups isn't as hard as you think, but I just don't think he did it. Like if you're physically fit, I think you could do it.
His build, like, yeah, no, he's...
Yeah. If he did 1,000 push-ups a day, that's the kind of muscle that doesn't really fall off. That you're going to maintain that. Like that doesn't just go. That doesn't just fall off. Even if you like do that thing where you psychologically give up on life, like you're still going to maintain a certain amount of muscle mass. Like it's not just going to completely fall off.
Vouch for me. But if anybody remembers me from Toronto South Detention Center, if anybody out there was in there on a Trump dump bunch of bullshit,
y'all saw me
remembers the guy that was doing
1,000 push-ups a day.
Push-ups at a time. All the time.
He's saying he has witnesses.
He does not.
Me.
That's how all his witnesses are in prison.
That stuff that the here talks about Batman training. I lived that. I actually fucking lived that. Like I know, it's like fiction and shit, and it's not like, but I lived that.
I'm fucking Batman. I was doing 100
fucking
push-ups a day.
Batman.
I'm fucking Batman.
Delusional fuck.
Don't forget he got there because a woman called the cops on him. A woman called the cops on him for whatever reason. We don't know why, but a woman did.
Batman did.
True, women call the cops on Batman all the time. I know it's fiction, but like,
We're like the same, nigga.
Yeah, bro, he lived that. He lived the binary Batman training, bro.
That I'm like, he understands me.
Batman understands you.
Yeah, understands.
I always do 100 push-ups. Sometimes I gassed out at 88. Sometimes I gassed out at 92. Sometimes I gassed out at 96. But more than half of the time, I can say with confidence that I didn't gas out at all and I hit 100. And on the times when I did gas out, I didn't beat myself up over it. I just like, you gassed out at 88. That's okay. You'll do 100 next time. 88's cool. You're allowed to have
The next time, like what? Within the next hour? Like what do you mean?
I would off fucking set.
He's just lying.
You should check
I mean,
out
I definitely think he may have done 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups a day is.
I think he,
not that crazy
honestly,
work. It's
I
really
would
not.
say he probably did 500.
A day.
Sure.
No, no. I think I'll give him 100. He's talking about gassing out at 98. It's like, I mean, yeah, if you have nothing else to do when you're in the detention center, I suppose, yeah, it makes sense, maybe. But
Also in solitary, I can imagine him doing like, if he's just locked up in there all day.
yeah, I can imagine that as well.
the
But
Bioneers.
I don't know. I just feel like that would be like apparent with his build, like at least in his shoulders. Like you'd expect his shoulders to be fucking massive if he's doing like fucking 1,000 push-ups a day. Like that must have been like for like 1 or 2 days. Cause like what? That must have not lasted long at all. Cause like
A couple
you're-
days, he should have said.
Yes, you this right here, that right there, bro. That would be
My shoulders are
massive.
bigger than this nigga.
Yeah, bro. And I guarantee you it's muscle. Cause this nigga's scrawny.
Channel. He's an interesting fellow.
What?
Check out the Bioneers channel.
Oh.
So and all, and I hit 100.
He remembered what he was talking, bro. I mean, okay, yeah. I forgot he was talking about the fucking Bioneer Batman training. Firstborn. You don't have a secondborn, nigga. Or I'd hope not.
He's talking about God again, bro.
My father was
he's saying he's
an
a
only
firstborn.
child, and he was a little spoiled, and he was kind of wild. He wore glasses at a time in history when that meant Coke bottles or nothing. He drove a motorcycle. He was a bit of a wild one.
Coke bottles or nothing. I guess they're just called that. I thought they were like actual Coke bottle glasses.
My father was an only child, and he was a little spoiled, and he was kind of wild. He wore glasses at a time in history when that meant Coke bottles or nothing. He drove a motorcycle. He was a bit of a wild one. He was a little bit spoiled. His parents were well off, and he was an only child. He didn't have the responsibilities. But I never knew his parents. I never knew my grandparents on my father's side. They died before I was 2 years old. I can't accurately recount the history of that time, but I do know that one of them, possibly both of them, was alive when I was born. But both of them were dead by the time I was 1 or 2. And I never knew them. I don't really know much about them. My father and his parents resided in Newfoundland, and they moved to Nova Scotia. My knowledge of my father's younger years, it amounts to a visit to Newfoundland when I was a child. Memories of seeing my name on tombstones everywhere. Because I visited a graveyard in a village town that had historical connections to my father's side of the family. And there was a graveyard that stretched across a hill and down the other side, and every third headstone had my name on it. It frightened me. I remember falling off a cliff while I was climbing.
What?
I was climbing a shale cliff.
I think he's talking about a dream that he had.
And I fell 40 feet, and I damaged my ankle. And
Honestly, a lot of shit might be a dream that he had.
balls that sits between the bones and the toes of my right foot.
Actually,
And I crawled back through the sand several kilometers, and I spent several weeks on crutches. That was
half
the
a
first time I
kilometer?
fell 40 feet, but it wasn't the last.
Is this a real story? Because he just said there was a fucking graveyard with all of this. It sounds like a delusion. Or is he on, like...
I can believe that because I guess whatever place he was at had historical significance to his family. So maybe it's like a family, like most of his family is like buried there.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
believe
completely
that.
missed that.
I don't believe. I feel like he tells the truth and he throws like bullshit in between.
Well, well, honestly, it does make sense for a whole bunch of graves to say, like, Foot on them. If it's, like, a family graveyard. It's kind of funny.
And I think the story about him falling off a fucking cliff and crawling himself half a kilometer to like wherever he knew.
Well, he didn't, I guess he didn't critically injure himself. I mean...
It may sound like he had to crawl. Like, didn't he say he had to crawl?
Yeah.
And I
The
damage
fucking
to
Revenant?
my ankle.
I think he was probably dragging himself very slowly.
That sits between the bones and the toes of my right foot. And I hobbled, crawled back
Hobble
through the
crawled.
sand several kilometers, and I spent several weeks on crutches.
Several kilometers.
That was the first time I felt
They said half.
but it wasn't the last.
Fell off a 40-foot
Anyway.
cliff.
So foolish.
My father was orphaned in his early 20s. He had a baby, moi, and a wife, my mother. And he was a spoiled only child. And suddenly, he was all alone, and he had to fend for himself, and he had to take the responsibility from me.
What does this have to do with
And
you
I had
breaking
a
your shit
younger brother and a sister.
and crawling
But
through the sand and falling off the fucking cliff?
I know it was traumatizing for him,
Couldn't tell you.
but he was too proud to talk about it to me.
Or just wants to flex.
I'm pretty
I
sure
guess
that
so.
if I knew the truth about what my father has been saying and doing over the last 5 or 6 years, I would know if my father's alive
Closed captions too.
to me.
It's
I don't
probably,
even know if my father's alive.
I missed.
And suddenly, he was all alone, and he had to fend for himself, and he had to take the responsibility from me. And I had a younger brother and a sister, but I know it was traumatizing for him. But he was too proud to talk about it to me.
What, did his mom die?
I don't even know.
His grandparents.
I'm pretty sure that if I knew the truth about what my father has been saying and doing over the last 5 or 6 years, I would slit his throat.
What?
Oh.
And I'm not gonna lie, there are things he could have said or done that would cause me to slit his throat. Despite the fact that he's my father, despite what I just said, there are things that he could have done and said that would cause me to slit his throat.
That's just you, Ian, bro. You're just
But I
fucking
have to
unhinged.
float because I don't have information.
So you're just what?
What could his father say that would make him want to slit his throat?
Well, I understand being angry at your dad. Just the way that he's expressing this anger. Like even saying I want to kill my dad isn't as like specific as saying I want to slit my dad's throat. You know what I mean? Like they're the same thing, but the gravity of how it's being said is very different. Like cuz you could like say I want to kill I want to kill, I want to kill my dad. I've heard, stupid shit like that from kids. But if I'm like in sophomore year and like a motherfucker starts telling me, is I having a deep conversation like, bro, I want to slit his fucking throat. I want to fucking stab him while he's sleeping. I want to fucking put poison in his food and he won't wake up. I'm going to be like, bro, I'm going to start looking at this nigga like, bro, that's not just simply saying I want to kill my dad. You're thinking of ways to do it. Like you're thinking of how you would do it and you vividly imagined it type shit. That's kind of what this feels like. It's like he's imagined slitting his dad's throat, which is unhinged to say the least.
But I have suspicions.
He's also said that he wants to do this based off no information. There's just things that he could have said that would make me want to kill my dad, but because I have no information, I just like, bro, what are you talking about?
Well, since I don't know, I won't kill him. But once I find out, dead.
Yeah, literally.
He's vaping.
Son.
He's vaping.
He was an only son. I'm not an only son. I'm a firstborn son.
Your firstborn son.
I'm a firstborn son. And my dad was in the Navy.
A good band name,
And I had
Firstborn
a
Son.
brother and younger
True.
sister. So I had a younger boy and a younger girl that I had to fend for while my dad was gone away for months on a boat. And it's the fucking 70s and 80s and 90s, and there ain't no fucking internet.
There's no internet in the 90s?
Rosberg has.
There's
True.
a certain natural assumption of responsibility that is ingrained into you from childhood when you're a firstborn son. And
I believe it.
do you understand the idea of things that remind you of your childhood and are therefore comforting?
Do I understand?
For example,
things?
landscaping reminds me of my childhood.
Yes. You don't have to give me an example, Ian. I understand what you mean, dude.
Honestly, holy shit.
Landscaping
God
gives
damn
me
it.
a feeling of nostalgia for my childhood.
Child
And it
landscaping as a
feels
child
pleasurable
makes him feel this.
for that reason.
Landscaping.
And it's a personal thing.
That sounds
Maybe he is
fun.
Batman.
When
He's
you're
got
a
a green
firstborn
thumb.
son, taking responsibility for others feels comfortable and natural. It feels nostalgic. It feels right.
Until your little sister starts getting
Not
independent now.
A firstborn son
Hmm,
that you
right.
don't understand at all.
Yeah, I don't understand.
If you're a firstborn daughter,
I know.
then you understand in a way that's painful, but you still understand. But if you're not a firstborn, then you don't understand.
You don't understand.
How
It didn't seem like my sister was
feels
too happy to be responsible for me. We'll just put it that
like
way. So
the
I don't think she understood either.
comfortable feeling that reminds you of your childhood, where you're sliding into something that feels so natural that you know. You
Man, I don't even know any like. I haven't met
There is
very many
a
siblings like
very
that.
strong probability that you don't.
The firstborn.
There is an overwhelming
Firstborn sibling.
likelihood that you are.
No, I mean siblings that are like willing to just take responsibility for the other, for like no matter what. Like no, nigga, you
Depends on
gotta
the
take your own
situation. I
L's.
think like if you live in like a place that's kind of dangerous, kind of like this natural like I want to protect them because I kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah. In that sense, I understand it. I don't know though. It kind of, I don't know. Like when it comes to like, I guess like when you're protecting them, I guess that's what he's talking about. I guess I'm just misinterpreting what he means.
Yeah, I think
He just cut out.
I was saying like there's probably this wants and need to like protect, and your family.
Yeah,
Naturally.
I get that. When if that's what he's talking about, then yeah, that makes sense. I would agree. But he's saying this is something you only understand as a firstborn, so I don't get that part.
Kind of like 'cause it's almost like you have like an equal responsibility of protecting sibling as your parents do in a way.
Yeah, I get that.
Probably more so because you're probably dealing with them more often.
Yeah, and if your dad is gone, then ideally you probably would be, hopefully, a role model. But yeah,
Either not the firstborn in your family, or you are the only child of your family. There is a very exceedingly low, unnaturally low, a lowness that is a symptom of an unhealthy society. Number of firstborn sons among you.
Huh? What does that
To
have
do with
anything to do
feminism.
with? Literally nothing. Literally not. Like, we can't force very base and Joker build. No, truly, we can't fucking we can't choose whether or not more women or boys are born. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, he supports China and like the way they kill the fucking
Yeah, they
men.
fucking kill. Yeah, you have more than one child, or more than two children. They
I
also
got my
kill
first
them.
computer when I was 7 years old in 1982. It was a Commodore VIC-20. All the other kids in my neighborhood, they all had Ataris.
Ataris.
They were all playing Pac-Man and Space Invaders. My parents gave me a Commodore VIC-20 computer because it was educational and it was not a new computer. The Commodore 64 had just been released, and because the Commodore 64 had just been released, the Commodore VIC-20 had the price slashed because it was already old tech. And that was what my parents bought me. A second generation computer, and they bought it at Canadian Tire, which is first and foremost a hardware store.
Right? Where you get...
Because it was 1982.
Hardware, yes.
And I remember...
Yeah, that is where you get computers.
Time,
or where you would get that shit.
Were complicated. And people found them difficult to operate. They were considered challenging.
Yeah, dude, talking to this guy is a blast into the past.
I watched my father struggle to put my Christmas present together. And he couldn't figure it out how to set it up. And I watched him.
Yeah, real quick.
While I read the manual that came with my Christmas present. While I read.
So what was he talking about last?
And he couldn't figure it out how to set it up. And I watched.
Oh, he's talking about a computer that his dad couldn't figure out how to set up, and then he got his computer at a hardware store. And that
The Commodore, right? The VIC-20?
The Commodore 64.
And I
the
watched
VIC-20. Commodore 64 VIC-20.
While I read
I don't know.
the manual that came with my Christmas present. And I tried to tell him, you just gotta do this and this, you gotta do this and this. And he wouldn't listen to me. Because I'm just a little fucking 7-year-old boy. And he's getting frustrated and trying to get me to shut up. Like he's unable to figure out some IKEA instructions. And he's very frustrated and angry, and he wants me to shut the fuck up so he can figure this out. And he didn't figure it out. And after approximately an hour, he got so angry that he just stepped away from it and went to get a beer. And by the time he gave back with his beer, I had put it all together, and I was starting to write my first computer program from the book. And
that's cool.
Stood in the doorway of my bedroom with his beer, and he was just like, this is my son's thing. I'm an engineer. I know engines. I know grease and mechanics, and I know engines, but I don't understand this, and I don't like it, but my son understands it. He takes to it like a fucking fish in water. And
this is where he's talking about the origin of his...
to hear about it.
He's literally talking about the origin of the software development shit, bro. He's talking about his origins right now. This is where he came from. His dad got him a fucking VIC-20 Commodore 64 computer. He couldn't figure out how to hook it up after an hour, but his dad went to go get a beer and he came back and he had it hooked up. He said, "Bro, I'm a grease monkey. My child is just a monkey. Real shit." And he walked out. Mic drop. It was really that simple. That's wild.
He didn't like hearing about it. It made him feel
Beautiful
stupid.
story.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, alright, yeah. I feel you, bro. You don't even gotta continue. Dude, he's continuing in his subscribers as he just posts more and more, dude. It's just growing as we watch.
You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
We're watching the rise of a star right now.
Right. Documenting the life of a star, the rise of a star. Africa. Oh yeah, what do you think about Africa?
Oh shit.
Well, I got flagged for hate speech again. I'm not allowed to post on YouTube for another day.
No.
What is that? I'm trying to kill you and shit, like the talking and slitting people's throats.
No, that's posted. I just think it's interesting getting a. That's the first thing you say on a video labeled.
In a video called Africa. Yeah. We're not up to a great start, I don't think.
I put up a video talking about what it was like growing up poor in the country of Nova Scotia. And some guy put a comment on my video, something like, "Boo-hoo, I live in Africa. You think you have it hard?" And I
I'll do that happen.
Hello?
Yeah. You and Kenneth.
I thought my mic was muted.
How you
Good.
feel about Ian? How you feel about Ian, bro?
Not gonna lie, kinda gutted.
He's
Kinda big. Not gutted. Not gutted. He's based. He's hella based, bro.
His best. Man, this Ian adventure is insane. He's a complicated human being, you know.
I was thinking about the other video where he was. I think it was like 2 videos ago. 3. But how's he gonna take the hose back at the crib like this, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't even know.
Is this a house or it's an apartment? What is this? It's a kitchen back there.
Studio, yeah.
Yeah.
Mess. I'm guessing based on his stories, he probably hasn't really had a woman in a while. At least that wasn't his daughter, probably, which he doesn't spoon, by the way. He probably hasn't had anybody over there, so I'd say that does play a factor in it.
Yeah.
Which honestly, the natural everyday degradation of the mind of Ian Foote.
We watched this Africa video by Ian Foote.
Well, I got flagged for hate speech again. I'm not allowed to post on YouTube for another day. I put up a video talking about what it was like growing up poor in the country of Nova Scotia. And some guy put a comment on my video, something like, "Boo-hoo, I live in Africa. You think you have it hard?" And I said, "Well, it's a real shame. If your ancestors had been enslaved, you might have grown up in the land of opportunity." So now I'm not allowed to comment for a day.
That is pretty base.
It's true, though. I mean, whoever this dude in Africa was, if he'd have been fortunate, his ancestors would have been enslaved hundreds of years ago, and he would have grown up in the United States, and he would have been in the land of opportunity, and he could have been a rapper or a basketball player.
Bruh.
It's a real shame.
Bruh.
Why? Why are you saying this? Ian.
Yeah.
Now the question is he wrong?
rapper or a basketball player. Oh my fucking god. Damn, bro.
Wow, that is just.
Yeah, bro, he's
That's
targeting me,
beyond
bro.
the
I'm one out
pale
of
of anything
two.
that makes sense. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. You know, he was like, dude, leave it to Ian to have a point for a second and then just to throw it all down the drain with some unhinged shit, man. Oh my god. He's like, yeah, if your ancestors had been enslaved, you'd be here. Which is fair, okay. Yeah, that's actually a fair base take. And then he just says, yeah, then you'd be here being a rapper or a basketball player or even still in
Like a
poverty, living in
lawyer
Chicago,
or-
gang banging. You'd be a thug. You're a nigger. I'm calling you a nigger. Like, okay, bro. Like, okay, Ian. Just say it with your chest at that. Like, truly, just say it with your chest at that point, bro. Like, he was actually at a point up until a rapper and basketball player, bro.
It's too bad his ancestors weren't enslaved. He was one of the unlucky ones.
What the fuck?
He was one of the unlucky ones. What the fuck, indeed.
One of the unlucky ones.
buddy.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Don't do this, Alfred. Don't make me laugh at this person.
What do you
This is
what do you
canceled,
mean?
babe.
What do you mean?
No, stop.
what is
No.
This is canceled, babe.
What do you what does that mean?
I have this
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that happens to me. I'm in a relationship with this woman. I really enjoy her company.
Battle
I
of
see,
wills.
like,
Dude,
I'm
this is every time he sees a woman, this is what he's doing. He's having a battle of wills. He wants to dominate them.
about the future, yada yada yada. And then we have a battle of wills. We have a battle of wills. And she stands
He's
up to
awesome.
me. We have a battle of wills, and she stands up to me, and she wins the battle of wills. She shows me that she will not do what I want her to do. That I can't dominate her. I can't persuade her. She is standing up to me.
I want to beat the shit
And
out of her.
every time
I
that
hate her.
happens, I sever the relationship permanently, and I never speak to them again.
Bro.
When people have
I would've
You're
turned me
such
on, to be honest.
he's such a loser, dude. Oh my fucking god, dude. It's like, dude, at this point, you
The
must
moment
be
she talks back to me,
like, are you saying you need a nigga to put you in your place? Or probably not a nigga, my bad. Do you need a person to you need a man to put you into place, and then you, like, there's no relationship to end there. But, you know, he doesn't think anything's his fault, so he'd probably be in the right with any gripes that you have. This guy, fuck this guy. I'm not gonna fuck this nigga Ian, bro.
and they stand up to me, and they have this battle of wills, and they win, I permanently erase them from my life, and I never let them back inside.
Battle of Wills 2 popping up right after is so funny, dude.
oh my god, bro.
Dude, they're literally back to back. You might as well just made it a 5-minute video, Ian. He's like, I wasn't done with that last one, guys.
When I'm in a relationship with somebody, and I have a battle of wills with them, I just walk away. If they have a battle of wills with me, and they win the battle of wills, I just walk away. And
It's called being
I
pathetic.
learned to be like this
He's a
from
coward.
my anger management counselor. I learned to be like this from my anger management counselor.
No,
I'm unhappy.
I think you misinterpreted what you were supposed to take from your anger management counselor, and this is just the way you're rationalizing it. This is like, whenever a woman talks back to me, I just walk away because it pisses me the fuck off. Like, actually, what kind of person are you, bro? Like,
You
what
run me
the
up a
fuck?
fucking wall when you talk back to me, bitch. I hate that shit.
My god. I do not like Ian. I mean, he's definitely entertaining. Thoroughly entertaining. I'm grateful for the entertainment I'm getting from this guy, but like, dude, it pisses you off. Like, it hurts your ego so much when you quote unquote you're probably not even like truly like like he'll probably do something a girl doesn't like, and then she'll tell him, and then he'll be like, "Oh, we're having a battle of wills. We're having a battle of wills," and he'll just end
He's
the
like, no, I
relationship
just
right
want you to stop grabbing me in front of my family.
You're like, I'm the patriarch. I'm your fan. All right.
That I have something that I want or need that I.
Your dad and
these people, they just have contempt. They don't want to meet my wants. They don't want to give me what I want. They don't want to give me what I need. They're happy, and they don't care about me. And they have this battle of wills. And
Bro.
my anger management counselor helped me to see that that's my problem. Is that I hold on too tight. I get too attached. I try to be reasonable. I value the relationship with them, and I want to fix the relationship and make it mutually rewarding.
What? I try to be reasonable. Nigga, do you think having a quote unquote
He's kind of sounding like somebody that I know.
Bro walks up to a woman and he starts an argument with her and says, "Oh, we're having a battle of the wills. I'm trying to be reasonable here. We're having a battle of wills." Like, bro, you're the only one thinking the things you do.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to be like unreasonable, but at the same time saying how reasonable he is.
He's contradicting himself is what he's doing.
They don't want to give me what I want. They don't want to give me what I need. They're
what
happy.
What you need?
And they don't care about me. And they have this battle of wills.
Always get what you want.
And
that's
my
true.
anger management counselor helped me to see that that's my problem. Is that I hold on too tight. I get too attached. I try to be reasonable. I value the relationship with them, and I want to fix the relationship.
It's everyone's fault but his.
Dude. And they hold me in contempt, and they're happy to use.
And like the word,
They hold you in contempt,
dude. Like if you like were to walk in and hear him talking, it sounds like he could really convince you that nothing is his fucking fault too. Like the way he talk, like he's good at speaking in a way that makes everything like. He speaks in a way that like he's self-aware and that he's understanding. Like saying like I try to value the relationship. I try to be reasonable. Like bro, like if people just hear that out of you, like they can understand. Like it gives you a certain image of that person that you think, oh, they're kind of mature. They're kind of emotionally mature to like know these things. Those are the things that you should do in a relationship. But if you don't like, if and then you just attach the previous sentence, and then it just falls apart. It's like, and he does this consistently.
Use me and abuse me. They don't give a shit whether I'm in pain or suffering or miserable or frustrated. They don't give a fuck. They don't care about themselves. And that it's perfectly appropriate for me to be angry in a relationship like that. That my problem wasn't that I felt anger. My problem was that I held on. That I kept trying to be reasonable with them and getting increasingly frustrated until I lash out. So, after going to see an anger management counselor, I came to understand that when I'm in a relationship with somebody and they have a battle of wills with me and they win the battle of wills, that's just a sign that they don't give a shit about me. They don't respect me. They don't care about me, and they don't value their relationship.
So in the battle of being a dick for the bad guy.
I don't. There's nothing to say about it. There's nothing to add at this point. This is just Ian, dude.
And these people don't care about me. And if I say anything,
nobody fucking cares about me. The moment they push back on anything that I think means they don't give a fucking shit about me. My fucking wife's daughter didn't give a fuck about me. My daughter doesn't give a fuck about me. She's not gonna be a fucking investigative journalist. She's a stupid ass daughter. She's a stupid daughter. She needs to grow up and be crafty so that her husband. I wanted this for her so that my grandchildren can surround me when I'm old. Like, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Or do anything. They will go and attack me. They'll go and trash my name. They'll talk shit about me behind my back. They'll slander me. They'll fucking do everything they can to make me seem like a villain or fucking make me pathetic or whatever. But they will hurt me when I leave because they don't care about me. And they're using me. And if I just quietly walk away, if I don't show any anger, I control my temper, and I say, you know what, you're garbage. But I don't say you're garbage. I just walk away. So that's what you have to do. My anger management counselor helped me to see that when people have these battle of wills with me, and they win these battle of wills,
I like he doesn't specify what that actually is.
They don't
Like
care
what?
about me. It's
What
time.
battle of
will
do you have? What specific battle of will do you have?
I
Like
see them
speaking
for
of
what
in
they
his
are.
head, you know,
They're
like what
having
is he
this
thinking
battle of
of?
wills with me, and I see them.
It's called
They
disagreeing with
show
them.
me what they are,
Yeah,
and they're gonna come back maybe. If I
I'm just
extricate
trying to give him
myself properly,
trying to give him some leeway here.
If I
Trying to
extricate myself
press
from the
X to
situation
doubt a little
properly,
bit.
and I don't lose my temper, and I don't get frustrated, and I just remove myself from the situation, they will pursue me. And when they do,
Okay.
they'll try to get back in, and then they'll try to restore the situation to an abusive situation again. They'll try to get me back to where they can abuse me again, if I extricate myself from the situation properly. But if I extricate myself from the situation badly, then they'll start fucking using me as a way to make themselves victims, and they'll start getting.
I like the way he said that shit.
But if I extricate myself from the situation properly, if I extricate myself from the situation properly,
Extricate.
but if I extricate myself from the situation, if I extricate myself from the situation properly, but if I extricate myself from the situation badly, then they'll start fucking using me as a way to make themselves victims, and they'll start getting all this from the community. My anger management counselor taught me, helped me to see that when I'm in a relationship with somebody and they have a battle of wills with me and they win the battle of wills, that I should sever them permanently from my life. And that's the way for me to appropriately deal with my anger.
I think I noticed something when he slams his he slams his hands on the desk in defeat. When he feels defeated, he'll slam his hands on the desk. A lot of yapping.
Such a great review of that. That's exactly what was happening. He was just yapping. To justify his bullshit behavior.
Yeah. Dude's actually a piece of shit. It's so funny that integrity is the next video right after the Battle of Wills. It's like, what idea of integrity do you even have?
I had a conversation with my
So close
last
to the
common
classic
law
video,
wife,
bro.
Sharon.
Are we? Oh shit, we are, yo.
The two of us were on the bus back home from the office. I had gotten her job working as a graphic designer for the company that I was working for. So for a little while, we both worked in the same office with the same people. And we're taking the bus home from work. And there's all this graffiti all along the walls, and we're driving by. And she was an artist, and she thought it was delightful and stimulating and exciting and cool. And I didn't like it, and we had a conversation about it.
What?
I'm
Dude, what? Alright, no, I actually have to read.
I was working for. So for a little while, we both worked in the same office with the same people.
You met a girl, and she saw some graffiti and some cool art, and she said she liked it, and you didn't like that she... There's no way I just interpreted that way. Like,
We're taking the bus home from work. And there's all this graffiti all along the walls, and we're driving by. And she was an artist, and she thought it was delightful and stimulating and exciting and cool. And I didn't like it, and we had a conversation about it. My view of things is that I want my life to be a long, gray, quiet hallway. And I want there to be various rooms. And when I want to look at art, I will go to the place where people fucking show art. And when I want to listen to heavy metal music, I will go to the place where heavy metal music plays. And when they want to do this, I go to a place where people do that. And when I want to do that, I go to the place where people do that. And if I find
that
it,
as well.
I get bored or overstimulated, or I just don't want it anymore, that I can walk out the door and I can be in the long gray hallway. And it's quiet.
Oh, he has autism.
And I'm not stimulated, and I get a chance to rest and recharge my batteries and decide what I want to do next. Now, for Sharon, this was like finding.
No.
You're cleaning your house and you find a $20 bill. Like, it's exciting. Yay! I found something exciting. A nice surprise. Look how pretty the fucking graffiti is. Look at all the beautiful art. And I was just like, I find this art loud and obnoxious and in your face, and I don't like it. I find it obnoxious.
Oh, wait a second.
No, I actually think this is fair.
So he
actually...
likes heavy metal. No, wait. You like heavy metal, something that's literally born from its expression of being loud and obnoxious, but you hate graffiti. How do you like? How are you so like counterculture and so in culture at the same time? It's insane. I don't even understand that.
I think it's fine not to like things, but his reasoning is kind of all over the place. And like, I will give him this though, because it seems like he's actually critiquing the art rather than getting mad at the fact that I thought he was gonna like give a fuck about some random ass fucking monument that they're destroying or some shit and be like, yo, do you understand that the founding fathers of Toronto made sure
but
this
it's like
establishment could be in place?
It's yeah, it's loud and it's loud and obnoxious, but like if someone said that about heavy metal, he'd be pissed.
If a woman said that about
you know what
heavy
I mean?
metal.
Not fair enough.
If she looked back at him and said, "Well, I don't like heavy metal,"
you know, I feel like that is the catalyst for him not liking graffiti. Is the fact that a woman said that she liked it.
Yeah, no, legit. That's the first thing that I thought. Like as a true reasoning, like it's probably because she said she liked it. She probably said, "Wow," but like I will say, his reasoning seems to be on a different course correction. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
And it wasn't that I don't like art. It was that I don't want to be forced to look at it while I'm going from place to place and living my life.
I'm actually okay with this reasoning. I actually think this is a fair reasoning, because like the way he sees his life, if he wants a quiet hallway, he wants to go experience things at a certain point. He probably hates advertisements. He fucking hates advertisements. He hates that shit. You're probably right. He might be autistic, bro.
Advertisement.
Yeah, true, bro. He fucking hates the megacorps, bro. He fucking hates looking up in the sky and seeing all those Coca-Cola ads, holographic and shit.
But like, this is not life. You don't have a choice. Like when you go outside, you're conceding to either being hurt, discovering something, or seeing stuff that you might not always see when you're inside your house. Going outside, you're making a concession that you are not completely in control of your environment.
True. Like I said, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He did simply say he doesn't like it, but I want to see how he attaches this. I want to see him attaches in his thinking to the idea of integrities, because so far I can't see where integrity is going to, like, come into play here. What does integrity have to do with you not liking art and seeing art when you don't want to see it?
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I want to be able to choose. Now I want to go look at art. I'm going to go look at art. I want to go listen to heavy metal. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do that. I don't like this world. I don't like this society. I don't like this city. I don't like these people.
All right. Well.
He is.
All right. Okay.
I don't like it.
Every time you try to give him the benefit of the doubt, he just says the most insane shit that you just cannot defend.
I mean, he's a misanthrope. Those exist. I'm kind of misanthropic to an extent.
Fucking racist.
He's a racist misogynist.
I don't like these people.
I don't like these people who do this graffiti. Who would be in a better opportunity
who are
if
that?
their
Who are those
ancestors
people?
weren't enslaved?
I don't have integrity.
If slavery didn't exist, I wouldn't be looking at this graffiti right now. And I looked at that and I
He's
told
probably, you know what? He's probably fucking right though.
Hey man, I've seen enough white boys with spray cans.
Integrity.
He'll be okay with
That
that.
I don't have integrity. I don't really give a shit whether you fucking think that or not. I don't like it.
What?
I don't really give a shit whether you fucking think this world. I don't like this society. I don't like this city. I don't like these people. I don't like them. People talk about fucking how I don't have integrity. That I don't have integrity. I don't really give a shit whether you fucking think that or not.
Dude, it's like that whole story he just told us was a primer, just to not make any relationship.
I don't like it.
Any relation to what he.
I want everything compartmentalized. When I want to experience this type of fucking experience, I will go to that place. And I don't care which people are there.
I have a suggestion, Alfred.
If I go to...
Yeah.
I need you to read Notes from Underground.
Notes from
Ian Foote is literally the main character from Notes from Underground, bro.
Bro, what is Notes from Underground? Oops. I'm typing with one hand. Confession. What the fuck? Why the fuck did I read Notes from Underground? It's a manifestation of rejecting righteous existence. I still didn't get what the book is about. True, bro. Ian Foote is literally
about
giving
Ian
us
Foote. He's literally the main character, bro. You have to, like, once you read it, you're like, oh my god, Ian Foote is this nigga. Because you just say he was a misanthrope, and the way he was just talking about, like, I'm like, bro, this is literally the character. This is the man.
Bro, yeah, I think I will be looking into Notes on there. What's 20 pages? How long was it?
It's
130,
short.
168. Yeah, I could read that pretty quickly. God, I gotta get my driver's license, dude. Oh my god.
To experience this thing, it doesn't matter if I recognize any of the people there.
I'm fucking sitting here watching the Foot film. I gotta. I'm like, what am I doing?
If I go to this place to experience this thing,
watching Peak, the boys.
The Peak.
The Peak. Ian Peak. Peak.
It doesn't matter if I recognize any of the people there week after week. It doesn't matter. If I go there this week and there's all these people, and then I go there next week and there's all these different people, that doesn't matter. Because the people don't matter. The individual characteristics of the people don't matter. I don't want to be forced to fucking experience those things. I don't want to know. I don't want that. I used to take salsa dancing lessons when I was back in Halifax as a way to meet women.
Yeah, this is not gonna have anything to do with what he just said. He's probably just going off on another story. Like, that's how he starts. I used to take salsa lessons. Like, he just goes into a bruh. This is a 50-50 chance that what he's about to say has nothing to do with what he just said.
When I was younger, and I was a crazy heavy metalhead macho guy, I would never in a million years would have seen myself taking dance lessons. But I'm in my 30s. I'm single again. I took capoeira lessons, which is a martial art blended with a dance, where if you don't fucking keep rhythm, you get kicked in the head. So that gave me the confidence to go out and do something a little bit less macho. And I had this gorgeous salsa dancing instructor, and I only knew her as my salsa dancing instructor. And you know, you have ideas in your head. Oh, what does that mean? What is a salsa dancer? When you find out someone's a salsa dancer? What?
Do you ever ask yourself those questions?
Find out someone's a salsa.
Not at all.
Salsa dancer. When you find out someone's a salsa dancer, what else does that tell you about them? Does that mean that they're this and they're this and they're this? Are you going to be prejudiced and bigoted and say, oh, well, I know what salsa dancers are like, they're all like this? And then I saw my salsa dancing teacher at a heavy metal show. I was in the fucking mosh pit winding people up and slam dancing, and I see her there with her boyfriend. She drives a motorcycle. She was in her motorcycle leathers at a heavy metal show. You wouldn't expect to see a salsa dancing instructor at a heavy metal show.
The city of Halifax must be small as fuck, because he keeps on talking to all these people who see all these people over there. You see these people at all these different places. The city of Halifax must be small as hell. Or
it has like 5,000 people.
It is small? So, okay. Or...
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. We should look. Yeah, we should check. How much does...
431,000 people live in Nova Scotia.
Damn.
Dude. It's
living in a TV show.
The largest urban area in Atlantic's. Dude. How are you seeing all these people everywhere in this, like, I know it's not impossible, small crazy, world, man. But, like, I saw her at this, my salsa dancer at a heavy metal show. You wouldn't expect to see her there. I spoke to this woman who's talking to Sharon and told her that, or Sarah, and Sarah told me that she was telling everyone that I was a domestic. I like, bro, you, like, how, like everyone is everywhere around you at all the time, like, dude, it's a lot of people in Halifax. Say it one more time.
Everyone everywhere all at once.
Actually, bro, I would love to throw this nigga Ian into the multiverse, dude.
That I did before, but it didn't show. It was like, oh, I know a little bit more about you now than I did before. But it didn't. It wasn't important. What was important to me was to keep everything compartmentalized. To keep everything compartmentalized. I don't need to know you as a person. We're here for a reason. We're gathered.
I just need to dominate you. Period.
I need to be in control.
God damn, Ian. Yeah, there's a reason why people say you don't have any integrity.
Gathered here for a reason. Whether it's urban gardening, or St. John Ambulance Brigade, or salsa dancing lessons, or having a band, or doing martial arts, or doing Muay Thai, or doing wrestling, or... It doesn't matter. We're here, gathered together, united by a purpose. And I'm not interested in you as a person.
That's why he went to salsa dancing. It's because he wanted to feel like he had a purpose. He had a purpose to be there, learning salsa dancing, giving someone money for his salsa dancing lesson. Like, I do not understand this man's course of logic right now. I actually just don't. Like, goddamn, dude. Unk off the deep end for real.
I'm not interested in you as a human being. We were drawn together by a purpose. We're here now. We're cooperating. We're collaborating. We're getting shit done. I'm making you stronger. You're making me stronger. And we're
or going back to the fact that he saw graffiti when he didn't want to see graffiti. He also, the way I'm interpreting is he sounds like he didn't want to know his salsa dancer. His salsa, like,
yeah, that's kind of my read.
Yeah, like, he says he doesn't care about this. It's like he does.
He was okay with thinking that she spawned in every day as a salsa dancer and she had no life outside. Also, I think a part of it also is that he saw her at the heavy metal place and she was dating someone. Right.
He's like, oh yeah, well, that's a woman I can't dominate. Hope she's being dominated. Hope that guy is dominating properly. That's what I hate about society, is you don't dominate these women properly. Feminism. Just randomly feminism. The reason we keep on having girl babies is because of feminism.
Yes, the feminist goddess of Sophia birthed these women all over the goddamn place.
Bro, honestly, if a feminist goddess is getting involved, I would say she's probably valid. She's probably doing this for a reason. Like, if there's, like, actual proof that a goddess just increased the fucking female population, I would think that there's a reason.
Accomplishing more than we could before. We're having more fun. We're getting
Like, if collectively around the world, like, a burst in women or a burst in female babies, like, dude, that would be crazy. That would actually be, like, proof of divinity.
Yeah, even Tyson will get juiced. Like, oh, more children.
Oh my goodness. I'm over here going on to be like, oh yeah, that would be proof of divinity. You're like, oh yeah, them kids about to get them niggas getting groomed. God damn. All right. Back to this
more.
God damn. You know what sucks is because he's like an old white man, he kind of looks like my junior teacher who I really, really liked. He doesn't look like him feature-wise, but he's got I guess my teacher didn't have a beard, but he's got like that kind of hair going. I don't know. Old white niggas kind of have this look to them. I'm not going to lie. You niggas kind of got a look to you.
Yeah, they did.
And another thing I realized, like, bro, he must be younger than I think because his hair is not gray. Like,
Probably in his 40s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, what's it called? Remember Jeremy? Who, I don't know if he still works at remember Jeremy?
Yeah.
Electrical? Bro, that dude's like, he's 40. And I look at niggas like this. And I look at niggas like my uncle. Because he's also, I mean, my uncle doesn't look as bad as this. He definitely looks a bit better than this. But, like, I kind of look how they definitely look like they've aged. And I'm like, damn. I feel like I'm scared that I've done enough drugs to look like him and my uncle by the time I'm 40 and not like Jeremy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of worried about that.
I don't like Jeremy. I thought he was like at least in his 30s, but 40s is crazy.
Yeah, I remember when I was working there, he told me he was 41. I was like, bro, no fucking way you're 41. He was like, yep. I was like, God fucking damn. Like, holy, like niggas say black don't crack.
Bro.
But yes, bro, no, he takes care of himself. And let's be clear,
black don't crack, white don't slide.
White don't I don't know. We'll come up with, we'll throw one in the history books. But yeah, no, like, and my let's add, like, this nigga, like, Jeremy, I think he's a bit, he's got a little tiny bit of chub to him. So, like, he's not even like someone I would super say, oh, go that guy. Actually, but at this point, after seeing a nigga look like that, like, I probably would use Jeremy as an example of healthy people, despite him not being like super thin or whatever the fuck. I'm like, the fact that you age like that, bro, that means you're taking care of the shit that needs to be taken care of. We'll just put it that way. And hopefully,
Absolutely.
I mean,
he also probably drinks a lot of adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't get that reference.
That's okay.
Well, I'll just pretend that you said Nuka-Cola and pretend that I laughed.
We're done. We're doing things we couldn't do wrong. And that's it. All the people that wanted me to show the world who I am, all the people that wanted me to live with integrity, all the people that wanted me to live in the...
Me? I mean, I'm glad I wouldn't say I necessarily wanted this, but I'm glad that you're doing this because I'm eating it up.
Light, all the people that wanted me to live by example. I hate you. I hate you. The women that tried to fucking get me to fucking do things in front of an audience because they thought that somehow I was going to lie to them or going to manipulate them.
Yeah, you have been, though.
I hate you.
So someone convinced him to start a YouTube channel then? Is what I'm hearing? Someone gave him the idea to make a YouTube channel to show the world who he is. And he did it. This is him,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand at all.
I think I know why this video is called Integrity. You gotta maintain some level of integrity to be that fucking stupid, dude. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Someone said, why don't you go display your fucking behavior to the masses? And I thought, yeah, why don't I do that? You probably think I'm gonna go lie and manipulate them. Hey everyone, my niece hates me. My daughter hates me. My sister hates me. I want to beat the shit out of women. I want to fucking kill you if you deserve not to live. Like, bro. Whoever gave him the idea to do this, like, they were low key, like, this is low key a psyop. They manipulated this. They knew this nigga was gonna be like, oh yeah, you think I won't do it? They knew this nigga Ian enough to know that he would do this, and know that niggas like me would find it and be like, what the fuck? No way they framed him. My goodness. My goodness.
You make my life fucking miserable, and I fucking hate you.
You make your own life miserable, Ian.
Being famous and popular, that would have been nice if I'd have been able to form.
The foreshadowing is insane right now. Oh my god. He doesn't even know the half of it.
Human connections. If I'd have been able to make money out of it, or force some human connections, but I didn't. You fucking destroyed my fucking life permanently. Did you talking about getting? That would have been nice if I'd have been able to form human connections. If I'd have been able to make some money out of it, or force some human connections, but I didn't. You fucking destroyed my fucking life permanently. Did you talking about getting back on my feet? I'm not gonna get back on my feet. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna sit here, record yourself, and scream into the camera about how you're not gonna get back on your feet. Ironically, might get you back on your feet.
Get back on my feet. You ruined me, and I'm never gonna get better.
Damn.
I'm caught.
Why did you
I
cancel
love
that?
Ian.
Yeah, Ian.
This chick right here with her 2 fingers up.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say she's hot, but there's
Seen
a
that
90% chance.
I'll shoot that bullet. I think she's bad as fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, hold
yeah,
on.
no,
Wait.
There's a 90% chance that she's finna be like, the other day I. Still alive, huh? No, she's pretty though, even if she is a trans person.
Hi, it's like 4 a.m.
That's a woman. No, I'm just saying she if like that was a trans nigga, I wouldn't. Cause I don't know, there's trans pipeline shit in my shit, so I'm just saying if she turned out to be a trans.
I'm right here.
That's what I was scared of. Not to say, I'm just saying.
Personally, too. Timeless.
You think I can't riz her up? You think I can't riz her up? Remember, you will die.
I never said you couldn't.
No, I don't mean like
Oh my
I don't mean
God.
it in that way. I mean like I'm like asking.
Probably good.
You think I could?
Oh,
Cancer.
yeah.
Oh, she's not gonna last long enough. Why did I say that?
Wow.
God,
Why did I say that?
You gotta edit that out.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I catch myself.
Edit that out.
farming.
Oh,
He's farming.
he's
Yeah. I'm gonna pretend I didn't say that shit.
well, I'll tell her if you keep it in. Very beautiful.
Oh, she's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. She's attractive.
I hate my mother.
Dead man.
Alright.
Yeah. That's off rip. Just straight up.
Do. When I was growing up, she was a good, honorable woman. She was creative, she was happy, she was fun, she worked hard, she was responsible. For as long as I was alive, she worked as a nurse. When I was growing up, she worked in the maternity ward of the hospital.
But one day
She
got
was surrounded by babies when she was at
I
work.
believe in that.
Pregnant women and expectant fathers, and families gathered around to see the new baby and babies. That was her life. 8 hours a day when she goes to work, that's what she deals with, and then she comes home to her 3 kids. And most of the time, well, part of the time her husband's there, and part of the time he's gone away to sea. And she was really creative and fun and funny. She was a little timid. She was the youngest daughter of 3 daughters. And she had issues with alcohol because my grandfather was an alcoholic. And I don't know that much about it, but apparently he was abusive. He was a World War II vet. I loved my mother. She was a good, honest.
That is not how you started this video off. Did he say love? He said I loved or I love?
Honorable, loyal, responsible, fun, decent, intelligent, creative, hard-working woman.
I want to know.
I loved her and I respected her. But
Everyone hates me. I hate my parents.
when my father got posted to Ottawa and we didn't have to go away to sea anymore, it was like happy times. Yay, Dad doesn't have to go away anymore. We get to be a normal family with a mother and a father that's there every day. Yay, Daddy's home. My mother wanted to have another kid. She wanted to take a break away from nursing and just relax. And she took a job working in a McDonald's, surrounded by a bunch of pimply high school kids. And she was really happy. She didn't feel any shame. She wasn't embarrassed. My dad was embarrassed. She wasn't embarrassed. She was like, she wanted to have another baby. And my father went and got a vasectomy without even talking to her about it. And he cheated on her.
Damn.
After that, my mother wasn't the same. She was never the same again. She was angry all the time. Angry and hateful and mean. And she took her anger out on me. She would say to me, "You're just like your father. You're just like your father. With those eyes and that, you're just like your father."
Damn.
That's what every fucking son wants to hear. You're just like your father.
You know what? I'll
She
say
never trusted again after that.
not to tell my business, but my mom says that a lot.
Do you love your mom?
That is the implication. Yeah, I do.
Do you,
But more just I'm just saying like there is like when she says that there's a negative implication when she says that.
Oh, so you're confirming what he's saying?
Yeah, I'm saying that well and this makes sense she's alcoholic too. My mom is. So
Yeah.
like I understand. She just sees me, she's like, "You're just like your dad." I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I know she's about to go sideways. I'm like, alright.
Yeah. That's us black niggas are built different, but niggas like him, yeah, it'll fuck his psyche up real hard. Cause you know, all we have to do is say, "Oh, that's just black women." This nigga is being like all self fucking aware and shit at like fucking probably 12 years old and shit or whatever the fuck he's talking. You gotta defend his little siblings. But yeah, I can imagine
Right.
that's pretty tough just hearing randomly. And like even and from the mom's perspective, like he's probably just fucking not only drunk as fuck, but like no, just drunk as fuck. Just drunk as fuck. That does sound like some drunk ass widow shit. Drunk ass mom, I hate your dad shit. I don't know. My parents didn't really have that relationship.
Yeah.
She eventually remarried. The guy was a humble guy, worked in a warehouse, spent his time moving boxes around with a forklift and loading and unloading trucks. He was very quiet, very calm, very nice man. Spent most of his time in his garage, working on and restoring his old classic car. But they were like, what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. My mother was never, ever going to put herself in a position where someone could do to her again what my father did to her. She changed. She was cold and calculating and mean-spirited and selfish and right. Still my mother, but I don't love her anymore. I don't love her anymore. She's not the person she used to be. I used to talk about how I wanted to.
What did his dad do? I forgot what he said.
His dad left his mom and cheated on her. So his mom started drinking more. She just became like a she became a mess.
Yeah. That does explain Ian a lot.
Marry someone like my mother, the way she was when she was young. My parents both hated me for that. My parents both hated me for that. My father hated me because he wanted me to validate his life choices. He wanted me to marry someone like his wife and not someone like my mother. He took it as a personal insult that I wouldn't want to marry someone like my mother. And my mother, she didn't like it either because she saw it as me being a piece of shit like my father, trying to trap a woman in a fucking relationship where she didn't have any power. She didn't want to see me do to another woman what my father had done to her. And that was how she thought. That's how her brain works. I don't want to see my son do to another woman what his father did to me. So the fact that I wanted to be with the kind of woman that my mother was when she was young, before my father broke her heart.
What, a traditional housewife, crafty, occupying her time while dad's at work? Is that what we're talking about?
Both of my parents hated me for that.
Yeah, it's weird that he has that mentality. When his mom was like working, she was a nurse. She worked. It's weird that he has like this opinion that women shouldn't be doing that.
Right, when she literally was actively supporting our family. Was just actively supporting this nigga. Just an ungrateful fuck, bro. And I'm not saying they're perfect. You know, being told that you're just like your father and shit like that, that's fucking rough. But like,
and the whole because there was a point where like, you know, the person who's alcoholic drinks so much that like they are just basically a different person because they're just they're never not sober. It's almost like you never see that person again that you used to know when you were younger. I understand where he's coming from. Um, I just don't like his conclusion. his logical conclusion is mind to what happened to him.
Yeah, goes from saying mom doesn't want me to be attracted to the person that she was back when she was basically just a traditional housewife, even though that's exactly what you want. So your mom is mad that you want a woman who isn't independent. She's mad that you, the person that you are, she's mad you're a fucking incel. Or not an incel, I should say. She's mad you're a fucking misogynist. Like, she's mad you might become a misogynist. And, you know, like I said, all that drunk shit is fucking rough. But, like, at the same time, that is a worthy concern if that is your father. And considering how you are, I mean, were they too far off the mark?
That. And
definitely
both
not.
of them attacked me for that.
Oh, that's tough. That sucks.
And I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Okay. I mean, I think I understand all three sides right there. Well, I mean, as much as I can.
Yeah,
that was
like Ramon right there. Yeah, I understand.
Start over?
That one I understand.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that one I understand. I understand his perspective.
Yeah, I agree.
It's probably the most agreeable. That's probably a more agreeable video he's made.
It also gives you it gives you more context as to what kind of person he is and how and why he is the way he is. But like, I mean, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, certain things, enough of it, will make you go, just, I don't think I love you anymore. But I guess he hates both of his parents because they got mad at him for not wanting. Uh, see, that's also omitting details. I realize he's also omitting details for this one, so I don't know. I might be misinterpreting what he's saying, but he's also not entirely clear. So
Yeah.
we have made it.
As long as you're vague enough, no one will understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I made to the main event, the greatest video ever made.
Yes, bro. The one that caught people's algorithm. Are you ready for this one, Kenneth? Oh shit, you're cutting out.